Hello everyone, um, I'm Tom and today I'll be the driver of this session.
Hello, my name is Ulrich and I'll be the navigator.
I'm gonna be discussing Lesson 22, adding sessions and flash messages. So specifically in this lesson, we covered setting up sessions and cookies, creating flash messages in our controller actions, setting up validation middleware on incoming data. So let's see how that works in the code. Um, so in my main.js, went ahead and we created new routes specifically for creating cookies. So basically, what are cookies? Cookies on a web page are basically like small text files that websites store on the computer or device. So they're used to remember info about a person's visit, such as login details, shopping cart contents, or preferences. So you'll usually see them in your front end when you see a pop-up message. Um, and what they do is basically it stores information about your login details and stuff like that. So this is basically where you created a route for cookies for a cookie parser and passes the it has this argument secret code, right? And then another route here with a dictionary that has the secret code and the cookie with the max age over here. Then resave with a value of false and then save uninitialized with a value of false. Then that's specifically for creating cookies, and then went on to create flash messages. So what are flash messages? They're basically short temporary messages displayed to the user on a website or app, typically after an action has been taken, like a successful login, form submission, or even an error. So, say after you fill in a specific form to register an account as a user, for instance, and you don't register the account properly, or you register an account that's already existing, what happens is an error pops up. That's basically the flash message, and it has a specific message that shows in the front end. So basically over here we have this router, um, connect flash as as an argument in it. This connect flash is a function in itself. So yeah, specifically for flash messages. Then another route where we assign flash messages to local flash messages variable, which is here. Um, and this is the function that executes the flash message, request.flash. So if we go in our user's controller, right, and we see where the flash message was, where the function is being handled. So for instance, like let's say we're creating a user in the front end. So here we have user create, um, and of course, whatever user params holds basically the 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 parameter of the URL link of the specific user. Then we have the then promise where user holds that value, and then in the arrow function I placed the request.flash function, which takes two arguments. First one is here success, which represents that the message is successful, and then the second argument is the string, which has this variable passed to it, the user's full name, and it says account was created successfully. This is the flash message that pops up in the front end after you create an account successfully. But let's say you don't create an account successfully and you get an error. This flash message pops up over here. In this cache block, we've placed it, and it says failed to create user account because of a specific error that was there. But also here, when an account is created successfully, it's rendered to the index page, which is the user's index page, and then it shows this flash message, loaded all users. So let's see how that looks on the application. So let's say I create a new user and I sign in. Then you can see the new users created at the bottom here. But this flash message pops up saying loaded all users. So the page was redirected to here and this flash message popped up. As you can see here, that's because the users were loaded successfully, and we placed it in this flash message dictionary here, which is basically rendered in the front end. Then say we fill in the user's form to create a user, but we create an existing account that's already there, right? So or let's say we fill in the wrong detail or something. We get this error here. This is another flash message that it appears in the front end because of the function over here. That's because of this rec.flash with this first argument passed, basically stating that it's an error, and then showing the error message as a flash message in the front end. And yeah, so that's basically what we touched on in this lesson, specifically creating routes for cookies and flash messages and handling those routes in our users controller.js.